Alright everyone, I want to thank you all so much for watching this video here along Interstate 80 between Wells, Nevada and Wendover, Utah. So this video right here was filmed on a very long drive that my grandpa and I took on our first day on our Mountain West road trip. So we drove all the way from Northern California all the way to Salt Lake City on this particular day. We drove over 700 miles this day, and it was just a very, very long drive across California, Nevada, and most of Utah. The drive wasn't bad, but it was just very long, and let me tell you folks, it was very frustrating at times, especially when it comes to filming these types of videos. So long story short, I tried multiple times to film continuous stretches of I-80 in Nevada all the way across the state as much as possible. Of course, my expectations versus reality were way off because I thought that bugs weren't going to be a big issue this early in the season, but boy was I sure wrong. As a matter of fact, the footage that you're seeing right here is the best footage that I got on my entire 400-mile drive across Nevada, if you can believe it or not, where bugs weren't just splattering in front of the camera, where I would have to stop and clean the windshield and then basically restart filming. So eventually I just gave up, and I just hoped and prayed that as we got farther and farther east away from like the Humboldt River and all of that type of stuff, that things would get a lot better. And then by the time we got up here to eastern Nevada, it was really cloudy, so I was just afraid that it was going to rain. So by the time we got to Wells, I just started recording and hoping for the best as we made it all the way to Utah, and lo and behold, we didn't have any issues. But it's honestly a good thing that I didn't run into any issues, because this stretch of I-80 between like Elko and all the way to the Utah state line and a little bit past that is some of my favorite stretches of I-80 in the entire country. I mentioned in the video that I-80 in Nevada is definitely one of the more underrated drives on the interstate highway system, just for the expansive views of all of the mountains that you pass by on your journey across the Silver State. And then of course when you cross these mountain passes here like Pequop Summit, you just have amazing views as far as the eye can see, and it's just really amazing, especially this time of the year when a lot of the mountains still have a lot of snowpack on them. Like right here you can see Pilot Peak in the distance with a lot of snow. And just the awesome, like, just views here are just incredible. Like, seriously, folks, I-80 in Nevada is a sleeper these days, like, especially when it comes to scenery and stuff like that. I don't think it gets talked about enough. Like, just the views looking out here towards the Goshute Valley as you're about to cross the Toano Range out there in the distance as you make your way out to the Great Salt Lake Desert. Mwah! Like, just look at the views of the interstate way out there in the distance as it's crossing the valley and then crossing the next mountain pass out there in the distance. Like, seriously, folks, the scenery out here is unbelievable. So yeah, I was really happy that I was able to make a video out of this really crappy day of filming for the most part, both weather related and just the fact that bugs just kept hitting my windshield and just ruining the filming experience and stuff like that. So this is one of the only videos that you're going to see from Nevada on this trip, unfortunately, but it just is what it is sometimes, and there's nothing you can really do about these types of situations. Alright everyone, I just want to give a shout out to all my social media accounts that you see on the screen here, because I really am trying to grow my social media accounts beyond just here on YouTube. I would really appreciate it if you guys would check out my Instagram. I'm really trying to grow that social media platform, so I would really appreciate it if you guys would follow me on there. My username is just InterstateKyle. What's really cool about my Instagram is if I'm on a road trip, I will post on my story of where I am and what I'm doing, so it's just a really cool way for you guys to follow along with me in real time to see what I'm doing and what I'm up to. I know my videos on here can get pretty dated very quickly, so if you guys want to see what I'm doing in real time, I highly recommend checking out my Instagram, and I would really appreciate your support over there. You guys can also check out my Facebook group and my Twitter/X account. The links to all those are down in the description. Another thing I want to give a shout out to is my Patreon, which is a way for you guys to support me beyond YouTube here. If you guys want to join my Patreon, you guys can get special perks for joining, like watching all of my videos early before they are released here on YouTube. And all the money I make on there goes right back into this YouTube channel to keep producing more of these types of videos in the future. The link to my Patreon is also down in the description, so if you really want to check it out, I would really appreciate your extra support over there as well. And another thing that is set up on my channel is Super Thanks, which is located to the right of where you would normally like one of my videos. What that basically is just a way for you guys to tip me out for each video going forward if you feel that I've earned it, of course. And then all the money on there also goes right back to this channel to keep producing more of these types of videos in the future. Folks, I really hope you enjoyed this ride here through Nevada along Interstate 80. I really hope you all have an amazing day, and take care everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned to the next adventure. I will see you next time.